Independence Day weekend in Bastrop, Texas. And I have looked forward to this weekend for 2 years. And why is that?
You take pictures.
Well, of course. We are Julie and Bobby, and this is Toby, our puppy. We live full-time in our motorhome, Holly. But we're not just RVers. We have a lot of things that fill our life. We're on a mission to see the country, to serve others, and to show the world that even grandparents can still have adventures. This is our story. It is the annual Heroes and Hot Rods car show, and we didn't get to have it last year because of COVID, so that was a bummer. But anyway, they do this every year. It is downtown. They close off all the main streets, and there are probably 100 or more classic cars that come in, and we just love looking at classic cars and taking photos of them. We have quite a few photos on our website of classic cars, but we're always looking for more. And I love hearing the stories from the owners about how they found their cars, restored them, you know, what the car was in a former life, whatever. So it's fun to go and hear all those stories as well. So we're going to take some video while we're there, and hopefully those of you who like classic cars will enjoy that as much as we do. Hello.
Hi.
What was your name?
Andy.
Andy, and this is your car, huh?
Yeah.
So tell us about this car.
71 Oldsmobile 442. It's an original W30 car. My dad bought it new, and this was our family car. And the first time gas prices went up, I ended up getting to buy it, and I've had it ever since.
Very cool.
I've had 3 kids in this car.
Wow. Did you redo the paint, or?
Yeah, I painted it 35 years ago.
Wow, it looks great.
The rest of it's original. It hadn't been restored.
Okay, cool.
What do you want to know about it? I found it in, about 7 years ago in Moody, Texas. It was a chicken coop. And yeah, the engine was over in one corner and the tranny in another corner. On Valentine's Day, we loaded it up and brought it back home and put it back together. So that was more of a just fitting for a unique car like this.
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
Beautiful car.
Yeah. Labor of love on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it was missing a lot of parts, a lot of pieces. But yeah.
So tell us what year and model and
It's
everything.
a 67 Mustang convertible. Yeah, so.
Awesome. Pretty much the car everybody wants, right?
Yeah. I always love the lines of these. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Beautiful
fairly distinctive.
So you pretty much did it all.
Yes.
Awesome.
I was not the body and paint guy.
Okay,
We
but
did
you did a
take-
lot of the work yourself?
Oh yeah. So yeah, the engine,
Wow.
transmission, brakes, and interior.
Well, it is beautiful. You've done a good job.
Unfortunately, you keep getting tickets just with it sitting there. They're going, you're going too fast. Slow down. It's moving.
It is a red Mustang, so that would be a ticket.
And it is not a midlife crisis for me.
It isn't.
It just happened to be red, and it was convertible.
Is that what the original color was?
This is the original Aspen red.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is original.
Yes. Original to it, the original 289, the original 4-speed.
It's beautiful. Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I hate about it.
So far,
Mustang back there. I always wanted a Mustang.
the red one?
Yes.
The one we were talking to? There aren't a lot of cars here yet this evening. There will be a lot more tomorrow, and we'll be back for sure. But we did get to take some pictures of these before it got real crowded, which was fun, and also got to talk to a few owners. So, you want to get some ice cream on the way home?
Always. I love ice cream.
I know. I do too. That's how I keep up my girlish figure.
You got a good figure.
We decided to try and come with the drone this morning and get the cars as they're driving in to the show. So they're going to be coming right up this street, turning at the corner and going down Main Street to park in their designated spots. hopefully we can get some good shots of them from here. Are we good to go?
Yeah, I think so.
morning, and welcome to the 15th Annual Bastrop Veterans Day celebration.
Ready? Face.
If there are any veterans that need to have a seat, we have seats down front for you, so if you could just make your way forward, any veterans. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Realized it wasn't just about 1918, and he made a changed the name from armistice to veterans. When he made that change, he stated all veterans organizations, and the entire citizenry wish to join hands in the common purpose to thank those who have served in all and future wars. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why we are here today.
I'd like to thank the Ascension Catholic Church for ringing the bells at 11:11. They do that annually for us along with other churches throughout the city. So let's give them a round of applause and thank them for helping with the celebration.
Million veterans answered the call to arms. And today, we have almost 20 million living veterans from World War II, Korea, we had one out here this morning, Vietnam, many of us still alive, the Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan. They comprise less than 10% of the U.S. population, but play a very important connecting role in our community. You know it, I know it too. We see it every day, events like this. You see, my friends, our veterans are still on Freedom's Watch. That's right. They are still on Freedom's Watch. They remind us that our precious freedom must not be taken for granted. So Veterans Day to me represents the men and women who answered the call to arms, who stepped forward as volunteers and took an oath, took a public oath to serve America in peace and war. And the oath
You doing all right?
What's going on, man?
Another day.
So this is his car, huh?
Yeah.
A Chevelle.
Look at this car.
It's a pretty color. I like it.
I like it, the whole thing. Car, it's got a name.
Alrighty.
What everyone tell about it.
Alrighty. Ready? My name is Mark Peterson. I'm a hometown here in Bastrop, Texas. This is my 69 Chevelle convertible. I had it for about 15 years. And I drive it. Again, I didn't enjoy it as a family. We do cruises. Do cruising the coast in Biloxi, Mississippi every year. The stickers on the car to prove that. So that kind of proves that I actually get out and enjoy the car and drive it, rather than just showing it. So I let the kids jump around in it and have a good time.
How did you come to own it? And what have you done to it?
I came to own it by my wife actually took me to a home and garden show, and I reluctantly, and we found we went by this shop, and this car was sitting on the side of the shop. So I went back the next day, questioned the guy about it, asked him about it, and I owned it 2 days later.
Wow. And did you do any work to it, or was it?
I did everything except for the paint on the car. So I pretty much restored it myself, and I took it to a place that painted it for me to get it all pretty and shiny for me.
So you did all the mechanical work?
I did all the mechanicals on it.
Awesome.
And it's the 350 crate motor. Just kind of dressed it up a little bit. It's all stock, just for drivability. Like again,
Right.
it's to drive and enjoy.
Awesome.
It is a beautiful car.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love the color on it.
Thank you.
It's great.
The color is a dust blue, original 69 color. The wheels on it are more of it's an aftermarket wheel. However, it has a nostalgic look for the wheels to kind of keep it original looking. But it kind of just gives it a little flair of it as well. So I kind of like the resto mod look. But I can take it back to original, and at any point I can. Any point I can take it back to the original state because I still have all the original equipment to it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think we got a flyover of this morning, so.
Get out to enjoy this beautiful day.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for telling us about your car.
It's a 1927 Model 30. It's a late Model 30 because they did a mid-year change on this year on the Oldsmobile. But it's a four-door Landau, originally owned by a GM executive. I bought it from the family of that. After he died, they put it in a garage and left it set for 36 years.
Wow.
I bought it, and it looked like that when I got it.
Oh my.
That's beautiful.
So my painter was able to match the original paint color. He was all of the wood, glass, metal, Everything in it, like the drivetrain, is all original. We repainted it and put new upholstery in it, but other than that, it's still like it came from the factory.
Cars like this are just amazing.
We didn't allow anybody to work on it that wasn't going to put it back like it came from the factory.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's basically an all original cut car.
Wow.
It's definitely beautiful.
Yeah. I bought it in 2003, and I bought it without my wife knowing.
That's probably she's still here.
Yeah.
Did she get mad about it, or was she okay?
For one night.
One night. You
Yeah,
slept on the couch, or?
I bought it, and it was in Maryland, and I had a friend bring it from Maryland to Ohio, where we were going to be at the car show, and we pulled up behind it, and when we got to Cincinnati at the hotel, we pulled up right behind it, and I said, "Oh, there's our car." She said, "No, it's not." And I said, "Yeah, that's our car." She said, "No, it's not." I said, "Yes, it is. I bought it." She said, "No, you didn't." But I did, and there it is.
Cool.
And so after she saw it, she got to where she really liked it.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
So the first time you ride in, I'm sure it's a thrill.
It's a wrestling match to drive it.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Bad, huh?
Oh, it's hard to steer. It's very
No power steering. I'm serious.
no power steering and no shocks, and it's kind of hard. But I tell you, I've got a '68 442 convertible, and I bring this one to the show and leave that convertible at home, because if you look around, there's lots of
There's
others.
a lot of them. Yes.
There's not one of these.
That's true. Well, we love the color.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous,
Yeah.
and that's cool that it's the original color.
It is the original color. My painter polished it out till he got the original color, and the stripes and everything are all hand done.
Wow. Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome looking car.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks for sharing the story.
No.
yes.
Look at this and say, you know, they have a lot more class than any of the newer cars. Not very aerodynamic, but I wouldn't care.
My name is Kendall Workman. I'm from Frisco, Texas. I'm the proud owner of a 1988 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme Classic here today in Bastrop.
It's this lovely black car right here.
The car is pretty much all original. Maintenance items and tires and things like that are in place, but it's a true representation of the final version of that body style called the G-body from General Motors. She was manufactured in November of 1987. A couple weeks before they actually shut down the rear-wheel drive production, the new front-wheel drive Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme had been introduced into the marketplace at that time. So anyway, for me, she's a replacement of my 1985 Cutlass that was almost exactly color scheme, body style, wheels and everything. But it was unfortunately hit in the summer of 2016 by a 19-year-old driver who thought it was a little more important to be texting than paying attention to driving. So good thing is no one was really hurt, just the car suffered.
You lost your
Lost my
beloved
baby.
That sucks.
Replaced with a very distant cousin.
Awesome. And it's beautiful. And you said it's all original except for a few
Like
maintenance
tires,
items.
maintenance items, things like that as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing it with us today.
Absolutely.
Not very aerodynamic, but I wouldn't care.
Randy Cunningham. I live in Bastrop. The truck is a 1948 Ford F1 truck, Patina truck. It's got a 350 Chevelle motor with a turbo 350, and it's just a really nice little street rod to drive.
And tell me about the unique paint job.
Well, it actually came out of Kentucky. It was a barn find. The guy that I bought it from found it, and he got it from the barn, and it had been painted 2 or 3 times, and they just kind of color sanded it down. It was originally a red truck, and he was a paint and body guy. He's the one that put the sign on the door, and it looks like it really came on the truck originally, but it doesn't. But and he put the gauges in it and a nice leather interior in it.
That's awesome. It looks great. I actually love the paint job. It really stands out.
Yeah.
So do they just do like a clear coat over it to protect what's
no,
there?
No, it doesn't have a clear coat. It's just he just color sanded it down and kind of left it as is. Right.
Awesome. Yeah. So did you have to do any work to the truck at all?
I haven't done anything to it. I've had it about 6 months. I happened to find it on Facebook and bought it off of Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, it looks like a fun one.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
That is cool.
Well, it's a 1938 Model A Ford. It's been meant to look like a car in the Dust Bowl.
Okay, cool. And did you do all the work yourself on it?
Yes, ma'am. Well, it originally was a bonfire, but it belonged to a buddy of mine, and he was hoping that he was going to restore it. And he decided I just got too many cars to work on, so he sold it to me, and I turned it into this. I didn't restore it. I just because it was already running Survivor. It was just
why would you? That's just the way it is.
Yeah. So.
And it, you know, it stand the test of time compared to some of the other stuff you done it.
And this one is very pretty. I love that pink color. That's cool.
Okay, Bill Bake from Austin, Texas, retired Air Force.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Got the car back around 2012, and took it down to Bill Bake store. We rebuilt. Switched from a 2-barrel to a 4-barrel carb. And other than that, that was it. It's all bone stock, nothing different other than I changed the battery. Well, I changed the electrical system to 12 volt. Actually, I didn't, but the company that was restoring it did without my knowledge. And then we had a discussion. But it has a 12 volt system now, so I got a 12 volt battery that looks like a 6 volt. It looks like an original 6 volt. And also it has an alternator that looks exactly like the generator. And so which solved a lot of electrical troubles I had with it. So that's it.
So what is it? The year and model and everything?
It's a 1955 Ford Crown Victoria. The pink type color is called Tropical Rose. That combination of rose and white was custom ordered, but according to several magazines, it was on 40% of all Fords sold in 1955 and 56. It was only on those 2 years.
It's a beautiful color. It caught my eye the second I walked past it this morning, and I've been coming back. So
the car's name is Sweet Caroline. That's my granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
Car after her.
That's cool.
And she was about 8 or 9 when I started the build, and she's 15 now. So.
You gonna let her drive it?
And yes, but I've told her this is a stick shift, no power steering, no power brakes, a lot of play in the steering wheel like 50s cars. So I've told her she has to learn to drive a regular car, get a year or two experience, and I'll teach her how to drive a stick shift. I've got a stick shift car, a little BMW that's easy to drive. And then once she can handle that, then I'll see if she can drive this one. So these cars don't drive like new cars, most people know, and it just takes a while to learn how to handle a car with. Oh, and it has the old bias ply tires instead of the radial.
Okay.
So the car really stick to the ground.
Well, it's a beautiful car.
A little more steering effort, and she's a little girl, so I'll just have to see how she gets a little older.
Okay.
So that's about it. Like I say, the car, the trunk, everything is in the original configuration. It, of course, was all completely repainted. All the stainless was restored. It has a lot of stainless. Other than that, it's a stock car, and that's the way I wanted it. I like stock rebuilds.
Awesome. Well, thank you for telling us about your car.
Sarah, thank you very much.
Us a little bit about your car and yourself.
I started building this in '78 when I was still in Bolivia. I was a missionary.
Okay.
And I ordered this stuff and had it sent to a friend of mine. He sent me the plans. I built some of the stuff there and brought it home in a suitcase.
Oh, wow.
And then built it. I was in Arkansas that year. And I first licensed it in 1979. It didn't look like this. It had a different engine. And I used it for off and on at least for nearly 20 years. And then I was having some trouble with it, so I set it up, thinking I'd fix it real soon, but it ended up about 10 or 12 years sitting in the weeds.
Wow.
I finally got it out. I was sitting in the weeds for quite a while until I moved from Houston to Kirbyville to here with it just not in use. Finally got working on it about 7-8 years ago.
Okay, so does it have a model, or is it just kind of made up?
It's kind of made up. It's titled as a model, as a 23 Model T. There's nothing original Model T on it.
Okay.
Front axle's 39, the rear axle's 64, engine is 75, transmission is 72, all different pieces.
So it's a mutt.
It's a mix.
Okay. Well, it's very unique, that's for sure.
I like it.
And you built the whole thing yourself. That's cool. Tom built. Is your name Tom?
That's actually pretty cool.
That's clever. Very clever. This is cool. Yeah, a very unique vehicle. Like our video, hit subscribe and the bell next to it, and then you'll get to see a lot more. Easy peasy.
Car show in Wolf City, Texas, and a guy came up to me and he said, I want to buy that car. It's not for sale. He said, well, if you were going to sell it, how much would it going to be? And I said, I don't put a price on things I'm not going to sell. He said, well, I want to buy it so I can use it in parades and weddings and stuff. And I said, it's not for sale. So he said, I'll tell you what, leave it to me in your will. And I stood there a minute and I said, that probably won't work. He said, why not? And I said, because I don't plan to die before you.
I like that. That's pretty good.
He just left.
I wouldn't sell this if I had to.